wonderful time of the year. And not only because it's Christmas, but because it's my birthday. Well, not today. Not today. December 30 is my birthday. I'm very excited. But today's video is not about my birthday. I'm gonna dive right into what it's about, so this video isn't too long. A couple of weeks passed, or maybe last week, I'm not sure. I spoke about letting go of resentment and anger and learning to forgive. And I'm not going to dive into that topic again. You could just go back to the video. Although I do have two quotes that could just help you if that's something you're struggling in trying to do, maybe for the new year, or maybe as a just as an improvement in yourself. If that's something you're trying to do, I have two quotes that could help. The first one, I have to read it out. I don't know who wrote these quotes, but they are not mine. I saw them online, and I just thought that it could really help people on their journey on their journey to finding peace, to finding happiness, because that's my mission, is to help. It'll help if you write this quote and like somewhere you see every day, like on your door, walking out, so you're able to read it every day and it could speak to your subconsciousness. The first quote is, keep in mind that he who angers you controls you. I think that speaks for itself. Keep in mind that he who angers you controls you. And the second one, which is a personal favorite for me, is life is so much easier when you learn to accept an apology you never got. And I tell you guys, life is so much easier. There's a lot of people I've learned to forgive that I've never heard I'm sorry not once from them. And it really helps you because they don't have any control over you anymore. You have the control. Today's topic that I'm speaking on is it's like a part 2 of finding peace and happiness. It's basically about how to let go of seeking people's approval. We as human beings, I think it's a natural thing. We just want people to like us. We want people's approval. Some of us grow up and we're able to just let go of having people approve of us really easily. But people like me had to really try at it, because I'm such a spirit that loves to make other people happy. I have to make sure everybody is happy with me. So I have overcome that quality of mine, and I just wanted to speak it. I just wanted to help people out there. Now, I wrote down my notes. Spent all day writing it. It's just like a page and a half. So I'm gonna be reading out a lot because I wrote it down in my words and I didn't want to be babbling, because I do a lot of that in my videos. I babble like I've been doing for the past 2 minutes, but I'm gonna read my notes and I'm just pick a little bit in them, and hopefully it takes me less than 2 minutes. So the first step of letting go of seeking people's approval that I think is that first, you cannot care what people think about you. Who gives a rat's ass what people think about your decisions? Personally, I think you make your decisions for yourself. You shouldn't feel bad, because sometimes I feel like we as humans, we make decisions, and then when it comes time to execute those decisions, we start thinking of all the negatives that can come from it. Obviously, I mean life-changing decisions, but also you should take a moment and sit and realize the things that you could achieve if you just gave yourself a chance. And if you stop thinking, what people thought about you. The step 2, which is overthinking. I think I spoke about this in one of my other videos. You have to stop overthinking. Most of the time when we sit down and think people care about our decisions, they really don't care. Nobody's going around thinking about a decision you made. So you might as well make that decision to make yourself happy. I think life is all about pushing the limits. If you say you're going to stay in the safe zone, you're not going to realize the full potential of what you could actually become. And another thing I spoke about in my earlier videos is self-awareness. None of this is going to be possible if you don't learn how to be self-aware. If you don't learn how to stop in a moment and realize what is going on around you. This step 2 requires self-awareness. You need to be able to tell yourself, stop, I'm overthinking this. It is never this deep. I started saying that to myself. I really did. When I see that I'm overthinking something, I'm like, Ade, it is never this deep. It could be easier than what you're trying to make out of it. We as humans, some of us as younger adults, we tend to overthink things that are never just that deep. So don't overthink things. A quote that goes with this is, I care about principles, I have values, and I try to live by them. The world does not work the way I want to, but that does not mean I'll stop trying. I will accept it when it doesn't. That last part is what I need you to hold on to. You need to accept when the world does not work your way. When the world does not work your way, you need to accept it and stop trying to change you or change whatever happens. And the last thing I have to say is that you have to know how to build confidence, because once you build your confidence, naturally, you're not going to care what people think about you. Now, we have positives and negatives about ourselves. You need to realize that you need those two parts to function. Life is all about balance. So you need to be able to accept your positives as much as you accept your negatives. You need to be yin and yang, right? Yin and yang. Life is all about balance. There is good and this is a good and a bad. This is a bad and a good, and yeah, yin and yang. I know it's something like that. So you need to be able to build your confidence. Now remember, 1, you don't need to seek approval of anyone. No one really cares, except your friends who might notice it here and there. But even your friends, don't try to live your life according to what they want. It's your life. It's your happiness. You know what makes you happy. So go ahead and do that. Number 2, don't spend too much time overthinking. Don't spend too much time overthinking. And number 3, build confidence. Rome was not built in a day. I know it's not easy to say. And like I said, some people that watch this video might have it down pat. They don't need any advice from me. But for those that do need it, follow the steps. I promise you, it's going to make a change. I don't know if you watch my earlier videos as opposed to now, a lot about me has changed. The subtle things, I'm building my confidence every day, and it's really helping me in every aspect of my life. So I feel like these steps should really help in your journey to happiness. First, let go of resentment and anger. You could go watch that video. And secondly, which this video is about, stop overthinking on your decisions. Stop caring about what people think about you. All right, guys. Well, see you next videos. It's going to be another section of finding happiness. And thank you for the support, and Merry Christmas. And remember to wish me a happy birthday, December 30th. Don't forget. Bye. Mwah.